And we're back to learning Photoshop. Let me show you another version of this pixel stretch effect. This time it's a bit more complex and we want to give it a warp. First up, I size up the original, press Ctrl T, and if you want to use the same, you'll find a link to it in the video description. I use the Marquee Select tool and I'm on the second mode for adding to selection, so I can add both sides. Right click on texture text bar, generate a fill, we leave the prompt empty and confirm. So this is going to fill our left and right hand side and give us a good background to work with. If you just want to have a plain white background like I've used in the thumbnail for this video, you don't even have to do that, but I wanted to include this here. Now I copy the original and I use remove background right here. So this is going to give us a cutout, and that is something that you definitely need. Let me rename this one to backgrounds. Here was the original, we keep it. And the white one, we don't need it here. So this is the cutout. This should be your place to start. Now we want to get a good pixel selection. You can see that. Let me use the vertical, the single column marquee tool. You can see wherever I go, I cannot hit all of the pixels that I want. So we have to do something up front. Just use the rectangular marquee tool and then select, for example, the small portion down here. I want to get the feet because they have a different color. But it's actually best to start with the feet on the right hand side. They're more vertical. You can see that if we compare these selections, we only need one, so let me press Ctrl D. I only select this area. I'm on the cutout layer and then I press Ctrl J. Now let me uncheck the auto select, and here you can see this is what we've got. Now it's a small selection of the feet. Lots of yellowish, white and even dark colors here on the lower body. So I make another selection. I go back to the cutout layer and press Ctrl J yet again. This is our next pixel selection. And let's go upwards, because here are some bluish colors that I want to include. And then we want to have the hair, a little bit of the face. So it's always the same. You select these small areas, go back to the cutout layer and then press Ctrl J. Now we reposition all of these portions. I check the auto select right here for the move tool, and I make sure that they are all positioned on top of one another. Once we've got that, let me uncheck the auto select, and then I am on layer 4. I'll hold shift, click on layer 1. They're all selected. I right click and I use merge layers. You can also press Ctrl E for that, then Ctrl T and resize it. And you can see this is not going to give us the perfect result that we need, but we can now make a single column selection from that. So I use the single column marquee tool, left click on this layer 1 that we've created, then press Ctrl J, and this is now our pixel stretch. Let me rename that. And if I press Ctrl T on this layer and I resize it to left and right, this is actually what we wanted to have. So for more complex poses, this is what you have to do up front. On the next step, we put the cutout layer above. We go back to the pixel stretch layer, and then we press Ctrl T yet again. And you can see at the top there is this warp function right here. Left click on it, and then you can left click drag these endpoints and create the folds and the twist effects. You also have these handles to adjust the angle. In my case, I want to use the hand of the model. What is it? The left hand and then the right foot. And I also want to cover the left foot inside of this pixel stretch. So I have to adjust the angle a little bit. Once you've got that, confirm via this function at the top, or just press enter. And now we'll add a layer mask to our pixel stretch layer. We go to a brush with a hardness of 100%. But you know what? Let me press Ctrl Z here. I overpainted and this is not the right brush. I switch to this hard round right here. So again, hardness is important and it's set to 100%. Just pick the default one and then you can paint over this with a black color on a white layer mask. But you can see I wasn't perfect in my original angle at the bottom, so where the right foot is. I can simply go back to the pixel stretch, press Ctrl T, warp it again, and then adjust this node on the left hand side. And it's going to allow me to position here the border a little bit better. Yet again, confirm right here at the top, and then you're good. So a little bit more complex, a couple of more detail tips, but you can see it still works. So this is how you can create this pixel stretch effect in Photoshop. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.